Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Eador Genesis New Horizons modded. In the last episode, we hired a third hero, Alarin, but we otherwise did not expand our sphere of influence anywhere. We are very close to purchasing Tier 2 units and have all of the framework required to do so. The monastery awaits our attention. However, we are running very low on gems income, with only one being earned per turn. This is awful. We really need more gems, because monks are going to cost us gems to hire and gems to upkeep. Furthermore, we don't have any mandrake roots yet, which is also going to be for increasing their costs, both gem and gold-wise. This is not made any easier by the fact that that third hero we hired, I decided to make him a necromancer and decided to keep undead in his army. And undead in an army require gems in order to keep them around. I made some pretty bad decisions in that regard. Like, we also got an adept. Well, guess what an adept wants to keep him around eventually? He's going to want 11 gems per turn, and we totally want him in our army. So it's just awful that we have... I've been leveling people the wrong way when it comes to Alarin, and we're getting stuff that really wants us to have more gems, and we just don't have any. So, something we'll be doing in this episode is trying to solve that problem. And we'll talk about that in a little bit later. In a little bit later? A little bit later. As you can see as well, we are aiming towards building a journeyman smith, because the game has not been kind to Daros with the weaponry we've got for him. He is still using a tier 1 mace, for crying out loud. However, the game was very kind to Ilfin and has given him a strong bow, a short range but extremely powerful weapon with plus 15 range attack. He is more than capable, I believe, with his current army, of clearing slugs. So he's going to be... Actually, you know what? He can clear slugs. So we should keep him here, and he should kill these slugs. Because I can't think of a reason why he can't get it done. What else is there? Oh, right. Let's look at our people. So, yes. So we picked up a strong bow for Ilfin, and he gained the last rank in marksmanship, so that he's got plus 1 range to make up for the short range of the strong bow, and scouting 1. So now we can take a peek at what's inside these locations a little bit better, to judge if we actually can take on what's there. But it's important to note that Scouting 1 is not Scouting 2, which is what I thought it was at the end of the last episode, when I had him take on a group of spiders, and thought I had raised false alarm to lower their stamina, and I didn't have that, and things could have gone really south, and we might have had to revert. But thankfully, I don't know how I managed it. It's only because I am incredibly awesome at this game, and a fantastic tactician, that I was able to somehow win. Also because, I think, blind luck. But we managed to do it. We managed to do it. Holy, I can't believe it. Daros is now a level 13 paladin, and I'm looking forward to leveling his willpower and armor master up 1 more rank each to increase his survivability. We'll then probably focus on constitution. And I guess we should keep taking weapon master to help. Remember as well that he has Trader, which is also contributing to his gold income, allowing us to pull in an extra... I think he alone is pulling in an extra 50 gold for us, so practically 1/4 of our income. And then we have Alarin, who, as I mentioned, was a necromancer, and we've been also lucky enough that we've gotten necromancy as picks for him. I think the game has been programmed to give you upgrades for skills you already have. I remember this being a thing that we could do in the past with, like, the scout, that if you had marksmanship, the game would keep giving you extra chances of getting more marksmanship in order to make your scout more effective, because some skills are indeed better than others, and if you're trying to focus on a necromancer, it would really help that necromancy be one of the things that show up for you. Anyway, so that's a summary of our heroes. Let me cut this part, and then we will be good to start our adventure. Okay, mess it up once, but because the music had stopped, no one's going to be able to tell. So, right. So, because we're now here, looking at our heroes, what I normally do at the end of the last episode is assign my heroes to do certain things, and of course, now I have a different idea of what I want them to do, having looked at the map for a lot longer now. We need another necromancer. We need 2 more necromancers killed to complete the Ratman quest. And I noticed that there is a witch circle here in the old fortress that will have a necromancer. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a necromancer, a witch doctor, and a sorcerer. There may be more than just one of these, because this is a tier 3 province. But I think, especially if there's 2 necromancers there, I think Daros can win. He might lose his entire army fighting them, but again, I'm pretty sure he can win. And I think he can probably do it now. We would just have to do this. I would prefer to have another point of resistance on him, but we're going to make the attempt. And we're going to do it with the army we've got. It'll just have to hold off all the undead that get summoned, depending upon how many enemies we are fighting there. And if we get the Ratmen as allies, if there are indeed 2 necromancers there, then we will deal with the lizardmen by obviously conquering them for those gems, because we really need gems badly. However, there may only be 1 necromancer there, and I do not think I've seen any other location that has them currently in it. Wow, we've really cleared out most of the locations, haven't we? I know there's none there. I know there's none here too. Okay, so this is a tier 2 lizardman province. This is a tier 3 lizardman province. Ilthin is going to drop... Oh, I did already, off screen. Okay, so I dropped the quest from this lizardmen, group of lizardmen. And instead, we're going to go here and get their quest. If we can't find another necromancer to have the Ratman join us, Ilthin is strong enough to begin killing slugs. He can handle 3 slugs without much of an issue. And if we don't find a necromancer here, or we do end up siding with the Ratmen, well, actually, if we don't find the 4th lizardman here, Daros will attack this lizardman lands. The fact it's a swamp means we might find more slugs here to kill. So we find the slugs we need, and then we can have the lizardmen join us as allies by completing this quest here. This all assumes we don't get 2 necromancers up in the hills up here. And by the way, this is going to be a lot tougher than I think it's going to... I would normally think it is, because it's in hills. And that means that they all have +1 range on their range attacks. So we got to be really careful with Daros' army. As for Ilaran, I would like to full explore locations in the plains to get horses after I've seen what Dennis Mayak was talking about. But we have locations that need to be explored to have them grow. We might get gems from these locations if they do begin to expand. There's a chance we might get slugs in these places too, right? As we just saw here. So I think we will send Ilaran here and begin having him explore. We'll get this, we'll let the province to grow. We'll explore to like about 30 or 40%, and then move him around to keep exploring these other locations as well. As for our money, what should we do with 1,407 gold and 400 gems? I think we should build the lookout tower. I forgot all about this, because we don't have the guard's guard yet as a purchasable. And we haven't seen the AI yet. Let's go ahead and just purchase this. The guard's guard is one of the stronger, in my opinions, tier 1 guards. And I will be very glad to have it in the future. And I am tempted... Oh, we have orcs and gnolls here. I'm tempted to dismiss the guard we hired here that came with this province in order to peak at what's up ahead to see if we can see the AI there. There are 4 Astral Masters on this shard. We are down in the left-hand corner. There will be one in the upper left-hand corner. We are in the lower left-hand corner. There will be one in the upper left-hand corner. Obviously, one in the upper right and one in the lower right. I am surprised we haven't seen them, to be perfectly honest. So they're probably fighting each other, is my guess. And since it's turned 64, we haven't seen them. I am terrified that they are really super strong at this moment. But I'll worry about, again, the hyper-leveling when we actually bump into them. In any case, I still have that money, Tim. Alright, we built the guard's guard. And I built a building in... I built a structure in a province already. Nothing else needs to be guarded. Actually, let's put a guard's guard in our capital. This way we at least have something guarding there now in case we get any other future events. They won't be able to handle something like a Lycan. Not at all. But, well, it's something. And now, let's end our turn. I still don't see the AI. I wonder what on earth it's doing. Alright, Alarin, you explore, and then we purchase more stuff. So what am I doing for buildings? I do still have the secret monastery. I am very tempted to just drop it someplace now. So it's 2 more gems per turn. But I think we'll just hold off on it at the moment. Again, that gives access to our library and speeds up the hit point recovery of units there. Everyone, I really want Fair Wind. Mobility 4 every turns would save us so much time. I wanted my one mage to be a summoner, but he's going to be a necromancer now. I really wanted Nature's Cloister. Oh. If I had that, we could, and like, we're back here, we could cast it and get back here in 1 turn. No, I think we'll still delay. I'm still not sure what my next one of these should be. Oh, corruption. I forgot all about corruption. Why don't we try aiming towards a smith? So, to that end, then, I will want 1 more shop, and we're going to build a tanner store. While I don't really need these, a belt is so useful for +2 stamina, and we don't really need anything else from tier 1. A mage shop could be useful, but I'm going to pass on it. We have a wand already on my my wizard. With another tier 1 wand. And lots of summoning instead of shooting. No, I have a heart set on the Tanner store. Let's buy this. And then in the future, we can buy belts for all of my people for +2 stamina to everyone, since they all can wear a belt, I believe. Let's end the turn. Leroy Lauren has returned from his trip. He didn't find anything unusual, but he managed to explore 7% of the land in the province of Oakheap. Continue exploring. Okay, time to fight I think there's a necromancer in here. If I'm wrong, this was a gigantic waste of time. Oh, we should build more buildings. So let's build a granary here. I guess we could build foresters here, since we have the money. And they're paying for themselves, so that's fine as well. I don't think we'll build anything, though, at home. Oh, actually, hold on. So if I build the market, that will open these up as potential places for us to purchase equipment. Let's do that after all. Okay, and now we can buy the journeyman carpenter. We could buy, for example, heavy arrows, which are an improvement over the normal arrows, because they give us heavy ammo, which will lower the enemy's, I think, defense, both melee and ranged, by 1 when they strike them. More importantly to me, we get access to a hammer once I can build the journeyman smith, but we need 606 bucks for it, so that's next turn. All right. End the turn. The hero Ilthin has entered the province of Bottomless Bogs. The totems encountered on your way clearly indicate these lands belong to a tribe of lizardmen, and the skulls impaled on spears reveal that they don't like guests. Soon a party of natives appears ahead. 12 enemies, compared to the 9 in the other location. Lizardman, Beater, Whisperer, Bog Warrior, Bog Champion, and a Hisser. Oh, God. This is simply untouchable. With anything I've currently got. Let's negotiate. The leader of the Lizardmen swore... Okay, we should do it. Speaks. Get lost. Can we talk? What do you want to say to me, stranger? I offer you an alliance. Alliance? We don't form alliances with those who are useless to us. And how can I prove that I'm useful? Too many slugs are breeding in surrounding lands. If you kill 6 creatures, we will agree to the alliance. Deal. While exploring the province of Okeep, the hero Alarin found something unusual. Tower ruins. Examine it. The hero Alarin has approached a half-deserted ancient tower. The inhabitants of the old citadel have noticed him and are preparing for battle. A knight, a pikeman, a crossbow, and a healer. The knight makes this battle too difficult. If we had a bunch of fears, we could fear the knight off the battlefield. And maybe win with what's left over, but we don't, so we have to retreat. Oh, this is gonna be hard. The hero Darius approaches a small fortress, long abandoned by its first host. Although all that remains is mostly ruins, it might be worth searching the place. There is one problem, however. Its new owners won't allow that. Their belongings will make some excellent spoils of war, though. 8 enemies. I was hoping for 6, not 8. Necromancer, Shaman, Witch Doctor, Sorcerer. That's 4 of them. So my guess is that there's 2 more Shamans, 1 more Sorcerer, and maybe 1 more Witch Doctor, but there's still only 1 Necromancer. Our army can win. We can do it, but we might lose the army fighting it. So we're gonna try. And if we lose the army... Oh man, that's gonna suck. We got some good tier 1 units, but at the I suppose in the end, we'll recover gems from those we lost. And they're replaceable anyway. I'm kind of hoping there's 2 Necromancers, but let's see what this battle will do to us. There are 2 Necromancers! So this is it. Our allies will be the Ratmen. But we need to somehow survive this, and I don't know how we're going to do that. Oh, poor slingers. You are all just dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, man. This is gonna be so bad for you guys. Can I somehow keep all of you away? Summons a skeleton. Summons a skeleton. Summons imps. Heals these guys. Curses someone. Moves up, is my guess. This is going to be really awkward, and it will take me some time to reach the enemy. I don't know how we keep our guys alive. We're going to lose all the important things. Try to keep them out of range as long as possible. Let's start. I don't like him doing that, but I can't really do anything about that either. Okay. We need to cast haste. And we need to get up here. Oh god, 12 damage on those range attacks. That's enough to, I think, lower our morale. I need to move up as much as... Okay, let's wait on the warrior. I need to make a small, somehow, defensive line to protect, at the very least, our ferry. This crossbowman has magic arrows, so he does magic damage. He can kill the morale-affecting unit every single round. So we do that. You guys might actually be able to kill the imp. We can do that every round. I think we move here. And we slam into this. So if I move here... So, it's not going to matter. Actually, if... Oh, God, I don't want to move it there with Daros. He's going to take 6, 4, 6, 4. He'll take 20 damage and be down almost half his hit points immediately. We can't afford that. So I can't throw him up the front and then charge one group of enemies. We gotta be careful with this. So I think we move him up here. And he attacks the skeleton. It keeps him a little more out of range. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. These guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. These two will have range on him. But if they shoot him, we can run him down and kill the necromancer on that hill. Which greatly reduces damage we take from then on. So let's do that. Everyone else stays put. Well, that makes things a little more awkward, because now we don't have the damage to kill this imp. We still kill this, get it out of the way, and no matter what, we're charging. Recording, right? As I am, okay. This is going well, which is why I'm kind of nervous. Oh, we do no range damage now. We're not going to put any damage on this thing. It's only got 6 hit points. It's only level 0, but it's still going to help kill these guys. What's your range? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's your range? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you can move up 1 to shoot. We're probably losing this level 7 warrior. If I move him here... Okay. So, Tim, it's about acceptable losses. What's happening? What will happen on their turn? So... this crossbowman is dead. He is absolutely slaughtered. If I move him down, they will attack him at range and kill him. He'll move up 1. Oh, actually, his range will be down to 4 if he does that, Tim. 1, 2, 3, 4. They won't hit him. And if he moves 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, he won't have range. Never mind. Maybe we can block for this guy. Let's do that. We need to try to hurt this. That will be good. That's as much as I can do. We still lost him in the end. Okay. And now the rest of my back line is going to be falling. But it doesn't matter. I can't focus on the back line. I have to focus on these guys. The good news is we only have 2 more enemies right here to deal with, who are in our lines. The bad news is I'm a little worried about... Okay, can I move you up? What's your range? 5. If you move here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 5, 5. Okay, so we can move you up. You should kill him. You didn't kill him. Protect the guy with the metal. I should have healed him first. Let's haste him. What's your full hit points? 11. How much damage do you do? 9. Yes, that's totally worth it. What you gonna do now, wizard? I can't believe we did as well as we did. And I somehow managed to keep everyone alive except for one. Oh, except for one swordsman, but it was a level 7 swordsman. That's a shame. And the sad part is I was expecting him to die, so I didn't have to move him up. But he did in the end protect that crossbowman. He gave his life so that a level 1 could be... An old, experienced swordsman dies. A young, inexperienced crossbowman lives. It's a good day. Does that make any sense? That makes no sense. 211 bucks, 47 gems for the battle, and... The hero Daros has killed enough necromancers to form an alliance with the Ratmen. They can return to the province of Golden Woods. Excellent. We will take... Combat 2... Do I want that? Precise... So, I tend, but it's a bad way of looking at it, think of Precise Strike as extra damage and Parry as extra defense. And Precise Strike is 1 hit, and Parry it blocks 1 hit. But that's not how it works. Precise Strike lets you ignore enemy armor, and Parry lets you gain extra armor. Effectively, Parry is extra defense against a single melee attack that wasn't magical in nature. And Precise Strike is particularly useful against enemies who are heavily armored. And these are all level 2s. Oh, well, Stunning Blow +1. With the hammer, that's 3 stamina loss. You know what? We're going to take Blacksmithing 2, because if we get the 3rd rank, we will be able to take 2 off quite a bit more stamina when we use our mace. Let's take this. So you'll get a point of range defense. We will give you a point of range defense. You will get a hit point. You already have tons of attack. We'll give you a hit point. Ooh, range attack +1 or stunning shot +1. How does this work? Each of the unit's shots drains the enemy stamina points. Let's take stunning shot +1. You get a defensive medal. Do I want to give you... We're getting so much money. I guess we could do that. In case you take hits. Oh, you were the one who got hit by the skeleton. No. Little fairy. Neither of these are useful to you. I guess if push comes to shove, literally, then we'll get +1 attack. Increases energy control by 1. Grants the ability Skillful Spellcaster 1. Gem upkeep +1. What? I wish I could see what these do. I think Skillful Spellcaster lowers the stamina cost of things she casts by 1. And energy control lets her ignore a point of enemy's resistance when she does a range attack. Let's take this for her. It's only 1 gem upkeep. Oh. Did we just gain a magic weapon for Daros? 344 gold, 23 gems. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's better than his sword, but I think... And it'll be more useful if I need our shield and I'm fighting undead. So, it's a Fencer's Rapier is what this is. Good amounts of cash from that battle. Considering what we lost, that was worth the fight. So... This is better in every way than the saber. I'm just going to drop the saber. Vigilance allows him to strike enemies who are agile. And with a counterattack. That is sometimes useful, but sometimes not useful. It depends upon how much stamina you want your character to potentially lose. Because against thieves... For example, I don't care if Daros counterattacks him. They do no damage to him. So I'd rather him hold on to his stamina and attack more dangerous things. But against things like a blood butterfly, that would be really useful. Okay, I am glad that worked. And this now means that we sent Ilthin over here for no reason. Because we are not going to gain the lizardmen as allies. We could... put off getting the Ratmen as allies and see if Ilthin can find... Actually, he got the quest already. Oh, we could wait. We could wait. But we've completed this quest. Wow, Daros gained, I think, an entire level from that battle. Well done, Daros. He'll gain another level, I think, when he turns the quest into the Ratmen. What's here? 3 gems. Sorry, 3 gold, nothing else. God, the lizardmen will be better allies. You know what I could do? I could ask you guys, but that means stopping the video here. I think the lizardmen would be stronger allies. And the Ratmen will be difficult to work with most of my arm. Well, no, they won't. They won't be difficult for Ilthin because of authority. And they won't be difficult for your necromancer because he'll have an evil army. And we don't care about the Ratmen being added to Daros. But even if we could maybe add plague throwers to his army. Okay. It's done. We get the Ratmen as allies. I think the lizardmen are probably stronger. Overall, I would really have liked to have gotten this place for free. Because I'm never doing that battle. Until, well, I'm sorry. I'm not doing this until I have tier 3 units. Which I don't think I even have access to. Okay, we'll get them as allies. I think this has only happened once before, and it was only on my own shard when Dogar had attacked me a long time ago. Ilthin, Since you're no longer going to be killing slugs for quests, what can I kill here? Centaurs are a bad idea. Centaurs would be easy if we had lizardmen as allies, because their interception would allow them to take hits from my more fragile units when they move up to slaughter me with their bows. What a waste for you, Ilthin. But I honestly wasn't expecting to see 2 necromancers. I was honestly expecting to see 1. Alright, but still worth it in the end. Alright, so let's keep doing stuff. Let's go ahead and build that journeyman smith. It's this I want. It's 1 less attack and 2 less counterattack compared to Defensor's Rapier, but Stunning Blow 2, combined with Blacksmith for 1 more Stunning Blow, will be really nice with Daros, so let's take it. I think. Hold on, stop. We don't have any Tier 3 shops unlocked, to my knowledge. Actually, we do. We have the Master Carpenter, so no matter what, we want that. Oh, and we have the Master Tanner. Oh, but it doesn't matter. I can select 3 of these to upgrade. It doesn't matter. Okay. Then, well, then why not take the Master Carpenter, Tim? Because Ilthin's not coming home anytime soon, and Daros might be. Don't build them at the moment, then. How about that? Just don't build them. Build a brewery. You get 10 more gold a turn. Oh, should I do that? $217 per turn and no gems. Tim, you need to attack those lizardmen. If I attack lizardmen, though, I'll be using my double... Well, actually, Tim, you can also buy a 2-handed sword, which is better than a double-handed sword. Buy it. Buy it now. Get it now. Make it a done deal. Okay. And then that would be it. Let's end our turn. I arguably should stay here with Daros and kill more things with him. Like, we can probably kill the Dark Elves. But I think just as when we fought the others, just as when we fought that last battle, they're gonna really try to kill my other units, and because they don't generally summon anything, they will do that. I think we're going to do what I had originally... Oh, you know what? Did I mention what I wanted to do? When I attack this province with Daros, which is now something we're absolutely going to do, Daros first comes home, and we hire a whole new army for him, consisting of a ton of weak creatures, and we leave our leveled up units behind, because we will lose the whole army fighting the lizardmen. In any case, it's going to take us several turns to get there, so Daros, let's turn in that quest with you first. And that will be good. The hero Daros crosses the border of the province of Golden Woods. His presence can hardly be hidden from the ubiquitous rats, so they have crawled out of their shelters. 12 enemies. But we're not here to fight. We're here to talk. Running from the pack, a ratman squeaks. Rotten necromancers no longer make food go. Food is good again. What is it that your grand rat said? Grand rat wise. Alliance with man-men good for us. Much good food. We now in alliance with man-men. Excellent. +1 command is very nice to see. And we'll grab willpower 5. The Alaran has returned from his trip. He did not find anything unusual, but he managed to explore 5% of the land in the province of Oakkeep. Continue exploring. Why is your exploration so good? I don't know, but I am happy about it. Alright, well, Alaran, we can now hire Ratmen with you. That guard is also very strong, so I'll be very happy to have that there. We need to kill lizardmen next, so we're heading back home. Ilthin, you can kill these slugs with what you have. So let's begin working on our Ratman quarter. Ratman lair. Allows recruiting Ratmen and Plague Shooters. Gold income from Ratman provinces, +1. Alarin, let's have you come home. You'll drop these units off. Get rid of them. You'll just probably just... Actually, you will just scrap them. Is that right? These aren't better than what you have, Ilthin, right? Oh, one is. He's level 5. Do I want to bring everyone home and get them all situated? I don't think I care. Ilthin might lose units when fighting the slugs, so let's just move him here. We should, though, build a sawmill here. An unusually rich harvest is gathered in the province of Standing Stones. There is so much food that it's no room to store it. Arrange a festival feast. $50. The feast is extremely successful. The festivities last a whole day. Almost everything that could not fit into cellars is consumed. The people remember this celebration for a long time to come. Excellent. We're now losing a gem a turn. Let's kill some slugs. Coming back home. Darius, you're coming back home. While we're back home, Tim, you need to hold on to stuff to be able to purchase some of this equipment. So don't spend all your money. Which means we can't buy Ratman barracks. Oh, but we use 1 gem per turn. Allows recruiting plague warriors. Gem income from Ratman provinces +1. Plague temple. Allows recruiting plague masters. Yields 5 gems per turn. Looks like we've solved some of our gem problems here at the cost of many gems for more gem income. I think we hold on to our cash at the moment and get people back home to buy new equipment and so on. Tim, you really should buy this. You really should. I should. Okay, we're doing it. Let's buy the Sphere of Winds. Done. There's my magic spell schools. Darius, I want you back here fast, not slow. Okay. Oh, not okay. We should build a granary here. Hero Ilthin has approached the deserted ruins of a city of the ancients. Often an ancient artifact or some treasures hidden by the current occupants of the ruin can be found in such places. Scouting has revealed that the ancient ruins are not as deserted as they may have first appeared. 3 enemies, all giant slugs. We can do it. I'm sorry, Ilthin. That was such a waste to move you where I did, but I didn't think we would have what it took. This is interesting. We have a little wall over here. Can I kill the slugs before they reach these? They get to go first. He's going to move here. There's no reason for you to stay there then. Because you have a range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's where you stay. It's going to be some tricky moving people around back and forth here to make slugs delay when they arrive at my lines. I think this is good. Let's start. Okay. You know, we should probably start with the sluggishness. We should start with the sluggishness. Let's do that. So we should slug... So we should slug a slug. There we go. You get to move up. Actually, no. You stay put there. Three range. Our Ikarai flies up. He'll take a big hit, but that's what I want him to take. We haste our hero so he gets stamina regen. And you stay where you are. was hoping he wouldn't go in that direction. That will be acceptable. Let's begin pummeling this slug. Very nice. On its turn, it would stay put and shoot, so I'm going to move you back a space. I will move you up a space. No, this slug wouldn't shoot at him as well. Don't do that. End your turn. Life, 2 melee defense. 5 life, 2 melee defense. He'll be spit on, but he'll also live. That slug will stay in the forest, so we will shoot that slug. Pull you back. You can heal him. Well, you never learned heal, little fairy. You're level 7 now. I just thought I'd point that out to everyone at home. Let's go ahead and put haste on him and just wait. So the sluggishness was a waste. Didn't really do much for us. I didn't have to cast it. Let's heal. Which one? Him. Because our Icarai will not trigger a counterattack. That's super awkward. I thought we'd kill it. Giant slug egg. And 3 dead giant slugs. Well done, Ilfin. You didn't level. I'm surprised you didn't level. We'll give you a hit point, little healer. Can I give you another heal medallion? I cannot afford it. Actually, we can afford it. I think we'll give you a point of defense, Icarai, in case you actually do get attacked. It's just junk. A copper ring and improved charm. 2 of $7 and 16 gems. Why was that junk? That's a tough battle game. Alright. I don't want to fight centaurs. That's a really annoying battle to do. Darius, can you... Alright, Darius, can you move here in 1 turn? You cannot. Is there a way that I can do that for you? Oh, we can buy the Driver's Guild. I think that will do it. Okay, well, let's start. So, Alarin. First off, we leave this at home. We don't have a Sage's Guild. I think that's what this takes to get. Is that right? For the contract to be turned into a unit for a hero's party, it is necessary to build a Sage's Guild. We have not done that, so we can't get him as an ally. We don't need haste anymore because we built that spell school. We don't need headwind anymore because we built that spell school. How expensive is the hammer? $90. Oh, right. So this actually lets me show you what was that, I think it was Dennis, was talking about. Look at the buying price down here, everybody. Notice that when I hover over the hammer, there's an iron that's required for us to purchase it. If I hover over jagged arrows, it's iron. Crossbowmen, iron and redwood. So that's the way it works for all this stuff. So later on, our equipment, maybe if we even hover over the repair, it will show why it's so expensive for us to repair it. I think we do buy you a belt, Alarin. Before I buy you anything else, Daros. So you know what? I will want that repaired. We're not going to ever need the mace again. We don't need Hellgates, I think. Is that correct? This is a teleport for a demon, right? Yes. We're not going to... Oh, I guess we might use it if Alarin takes demons. We don't have a demon spell, though, so we can't build the demon school. So we're just gonna vendor that. Everything else, I think we repair. So since we have this for Ilthin, right, you don't have that jacket already, Ilthin, do you? You do not. That's an upgrade, so we'll keep that there for you. We're gonna go kill the lizardmen. Why'd I come back? Oh, I came back here to drop my units off. So we don't want you with us. We don't want you with us. We don't want you with us. Anyone who has been upgraded, we don't want them. That includes you, little slinger. You have +2 to your stamina. You got +1 hit point. I don't care about you, crossbowmen. You can hang out with us. You'll die for the cause. How do I want to do this battle? So, I guess we'll take a bunch of slingers and a bunch of crossbowmen. I will take 2 swordsmen with me for your army. Alright. There's his forces. Hope you guys like the look of it. It's all dying horribly. Not a single one of these units will be left alive at the end of the battle, is my guess as to how this will play out. Next. Daros. I should give you the haste spell to counteract Quagmire. It won't be a direct countering of it. Actually, it might be. Guess we'll find out. And you will use that bastard sword. We'll also, though, buy you the hammer. Oh, actually, we don't need the bastard sword anymore. Crap. I shouldn't even have repaired it. We have the two-handed sword, which is 1 more damage and more damage for both attack and counterattack. So there we go. Oh, and you know what? Why don't we also buy you a belt while you're here? And off you go. Next, Alarin. Your units. We don't need this one. And we're just going to get rid of this swordsman. Oh, he's got a stunning blow. We'll hold on to him then. We want ratmen. Since they won't be affected by any type of morale. And now, Lauren, you go up here and begin exploring that location. I don't have the money for it. The Driver's Guild would be what I would have bought for +1 more movement from our place. It's too late. It's too late. It'll take us 2 turns to get there. Ilthin. We need you to do battles. It'll take a lot of damage from the elves. I don't want to do that. He might be able to kill the Inquisitors. What's your bow at? Where's the place he can go to? He can kill several things. Can he kill Minotaurs? If there's 2 of them, that will be a difficult fight. I mean, I'm sorry, if there's 3 of them, that will be a difficult fight. 2 of them we probably can handle. He can probably fight the Knightly Order, but that knight will have a lot of ranged defense. We can probably kill the orcs and the Cyclops, assuming there's just a Cyclops there with Ilthin. He's going to lose some of his army, but it's possible he could do it. Or we just explore with him. Or we have money. We could purchase this free settlement as well. See what's inside that location. I think Ilthin... I think he can do that fight. It's gonna take so long to get there, though, Tim. If you're wrong, I'm terrified of the Illithids. I don't know what they're capable of. There's no way he kills a dragon. I don't want to kill the forest guards. There's no way. So Dragon Cult's too strong. There'll be a dragon with it, I'm pretty sure. The Wing of Dragons is ridiculously strong. There's like 5 dragons in that fight. I have no clue how anyone actually defeats a Wing of Dragons without their own Wing of Dragons with them. Massive dragon slap fight in the center of the woods. The Great Dragon Moot. Everyone remembers that. Okay, I don't... so that everyone will remember forever. I don't know what we do with Ilthin, so I hate just to have him sit around and explore. But I think we have no choice but to do that. So let's send you up here, and we will do that, Ilthin. We can build another building. Let's build you a pub. Is it the... Did I not build something this round here? Oh, it's guards. I didn't build guards. That's fine. Am I really fine with Daros? I think I am. I am. You know, if Daros... Maybe Daros can't even take out these ones by himself. It would have to be a bit different, because I'd have to do the battle with Daros up in a corner, rather than with him charging into the enemy. But he might be able to do it. The deputy from the Golden Woods province reports that an extremely smelly ratman was brought to him. He claims that he lost his way and is looking for the secret Ratman City. If you could help him in his quest, he promises to reward you with valuable gifts on behalf of his clan. That's kind of thematic that he shows up there. What does Semi-Warriors in Search of the City do? Let's do that. Semi-Warriors in Search of the City. Your scouts go in search of the Lost Ratman City. It will take them quite a while to return. Well, let's wait. Peasants in the province of Valley of the Gone have found an ancient burial ground. It is rumored among the locals that this is a pagan shrine of the remote ancestors, and many people begin to bring flowers to the ancient graves, paying tribute to the memory of their relatives long gone. I seem to remember that, like, an absolutely horrific event happens if you raise a seal to honor the dead, so I'm just gonna say don't do it. Don't distract me from important matters. I don't care. We don't have the money for anyway. We're down to 540 bucks. Actually, that's not that little, but it's not that much either. Alarin, you explore that province. At home. God, I really want horses. I should really be exploring the whatchamacallit provinces then. Actually, if we buy this, it would increase our movement from the capital by 1, and it would upgrade granaries to stables. And finally, it would give us access to horses, if any were on the plains. So we would get to see if there's any actual horses in these locations. It's tempting. But we don't have the money for it this round anyway, so let's end our turn. We should, however, build... Oh, we can't build any more buildings. We are all done with our provinces. Alright! The hero Darius has entered the province of Kashesh. The totems encountered on your way clearly indicate these lands belong to a tribe of lizardmen, and the skulls impaled on spears reveals that they don't like guests. Soon a party of natives appears ahead. 9 enemies. Let's do it. We're here to kill them. Alright. There's 2 whispers. Okay, I'm very glad I did not do this battle earlier. We would have lost horribly. So, how do I want to do this battle then, Tim? So, first off, you're all going to watch my entire army die. And you're going to wonder, like, couldn't your other army, Tim, have lived? The answer is no. The answer is no. Darius is going to be slowed. And I need to get to the back lines, as they have good range, they heal, and these Whisperers do a ton of damage with their range attacks. It'll be like 14 or 15 magic damage. It's going to be absolutely disgusting. And Darius cannot defend these folks. My army. The entire army I had, at the very least, the vast majority of it will be slaughtered. But most likely all of it will be. The enemy's just going to ignore Darius and charge the back lines. And thanks to interception, I can't even focus down these enemies. So, it's going to be really annoying, this battle. Trust me, we would have lost the entire army. I think what I should do is, since the Bog Warrior's up here, my army needs to be down here. Because that single Bog Warrior is going to slaughter everyone. Okay, and let's start. Okay, so, Quagmire. Thankfully, we have a lot of resistance, so this is only going to last 2 turns. Unit speed is reduced by 2 and armor by 1 under the effect of the spell. Unit loses 1 stamina each turn. So I cast Haste to counteract it. Oh, but we're only back up to 2. That's interesting. We should be back up to our... we should have... Oh, no, we should be back up to 2, because we lost 2 movement. Okay. We're also now regenerating again. So, we've got the firepower. What's your range? 5. It's 1 greater range than my crossbowmen. That's so annoying. Well, it doesn't matter. It's 5, Tim. You just have to deal with it. You move up. You move up. I think we might have enough firepower to down this lizardmen. Let's see if we can do it with all the units that are stationary, with the exception of the very bottom crossbowman. Actually, looks like we can't kill him quick enough. We can't. Well, we tried. Almost killed one. Interception. I forgot all about that. So annoying! So annoying! Alright. Are we actually going to have units that are alive at the end of this? That's going to be so flippin' weird. Okay, good. I was worried that we would have units that were let's kill this bog warrior now, too, then. No! I wanted to save him, but apparently it's not going to happen. Oh, you know what? I think he's out of ammo. Holy crap! 2 units actually lived. I thought the whole army was dying. They're almost both dead, and it's a shame because I'm just going to dismiss them. But that's impressive. 221 bucks, 15 gems for the battle. Plus 1 range attack, I guess, for you. We could give you a resistance medal. I guess we'll do it. And we'll see how you compare to the cross... No, I left 1 crossbowman. Well, this gives you an excuse, Tim, to actually... You lost 1 unit to those... You lost a unit to the necromancer. So you have a free spot for a unit. Maybe you do take this guy. We'll give you a stamina. While exploring the province of Hunter's Lot, the hero Alarin found something unusual. Ancient ruins. Examine it. The hero Alarin has approached the deserted ruins of the City of the Ancients. Often, an ancient artifact or some treasures hidden by the current occupants of the ruins can be found in such places. Scouting has revealed that the ancient ruins are not as deserted as may have first appeared. An imp, a spawn, and a demologist. There's only going to be 1 demologist, I'm pretty sure. But we'll get constant summons. And it will be too annoying for me to defeat that army with my 4 units. So I agree. We don't do that. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. So since you're at a location that needs to be explored, Ilthin, you'll do that. Alarin, you keep exploring that location. Daros has managed to take the Lizardmen province. Let's put some guards there. And I'll put some adventurers here. Or, well... It's a swampy area, so guards aren't the best thing to put here. But the enemy also won't be doing so well against what's here. Now, we'll put adventurers. And we'll make them happy. Let's build a crane or a pub. Right. We will build, actually, a theater to improve the population mood. We could also cast Extravaganza. We're only earning 2 gems a turn, but at least we're earning gems again. Daros, you have no army. As long as you have no army, there's brigands here. We should send Ilthin here then to kill these slugs and the brigands and the demonologists. He might be able to kill all 3 of them. This is a tier 3 lizardman land, so this is the defense here is gonna be a lot like the defense there, so I don't think we go there. Daros, can you alone defeat what's in this location? You'll lose the cool crossbowman that you just gave that medal to, but you might be able to do it. What do we have here again? Oh, right. You know what? I think we do that. Oh, but this is a tier 3? This is a tier 3 province. I don't know if Daros will have the stamina. If I hide him in the corner. It's gonna be like 15 units. Oh! Oh no, I did the right thing. I used double hands. I used a 2-handed sword in that last battle, Tim. You did the right thing. I don't know. The border guard's going to be really tough, and if there's 2 of them, Daros will struggle against 2 border guards. I don't think we do it. I think we go back, we get our army. Oh. That's 2 more turns, Tim. You're trekking back home. I left them there for Daros for this reason. You know what he can do, though? He can stop by here and fight the centaurs. And kill them at the very least. We don't care if Daros fights centaurs. I don't care about his army. You know what? I don't care about his army. I don't care, Crossman. Out you go. Let's see if we use swordsman. Out you go. Goodbye. Okay, that's good. You're exploring. You're exploring. You'll kill some centaurs. And that will be good. The hero Eador has returned from his trip. He did not find anything unusual, but he managed to explore 6% of the land in the province of Hunter's Lot. While exploring the province of Golden Woods, the hero Ilthin found something unusual, a lookout tower. The hero Ilthin approaches a fairly strong, relatively new, and well-protected tower. The inhabitants of the tower have noticed him and are preparing for battle. 8 enemies: bowmen, swordsmen, pikemen, crossmen, guardsmen, horsemen, knight. That's 7 of them. There's probably a second bowman. There's too many heavily resistant to range attack units here. We won't win that fight. They'll be in my lines. I might kill the knight before it reaches me, thanks to the strongbow. But then we're dead. With everything else reaches us, and the pikeman is going to be ridiculous with like -10 to range attack. The knight actually will have like -13. So no, we have to retreat. Daros, you come back. Oh, no. Daros, you kill these centaurs for us. Get more loot. At home, we'll go ahead and build the Ratman barracks now. And we can build a granary here. And that's the end of this turn. While exploring the province of Hunter's Lot, the hero Eador found a primeval thicket. Examine it. The hero Eador has headed into the wildest parts of the local forest. The inhabitants of the thicket have noticed him and are getting ready to attack. 12 enemies. They're all wolves. I don't think Eladrin's 4 units can beat this. He's got to retreat. Ilthin can take that out, but not him. The hero Ilthin has returned from his trip. He did not find anything unusual, but he managed to explore 6% of the land in the province of Golden Woods. Continue exploring. The hero Daros has approached the deserted ruins of a city of the ancients. Often an ancient artifact or some treasures hidden by the current occupants of the ruins can be found in such places. Scouting has revealed that the ancient ruins are not as deserted as they appeared at first sight. Daros says the enemy will shred me apart. There are 4 enemies here: a centaur warrior, a centaur, and a young centaur. Why do you think you're going to lose this fight, Daros? You're gonna slaughter them. Go and kill them. Oh, there's 2 centaurs, not 2 young centaurs. It doesn't matter. They will have charge. They don't have charge. They do 15 damage, but let's take the hill and gain 1 more defense. I don't understand you, Daros. I really don't. I really don't understand why you're so worried. You know, there's something really thematic about the stuff Daros gained from this battle. I can't quite put my hand on why I'm feeling this way. We just killed some centaurs, and we gained a centaur guard contract, and a quiver with nomad arrows in it. How about that? This is the first time I've ever seen the game give a reward that somewhat makes sense. Taken. Now, the centaurs are a very nice guard contract. I think it's like 8 centaurs. I think it's actually a little stronger in New Horizons. It can only be placed, I think, in the plains or woods. Is that correct? Plains or forest. Yep. And so this is a fantastic guard to set up against an enemy AI. Well done, Daros. That's it for there, though. Let's go back and get your army. I'm going to want... Oh... Alarin, I think you will explore, and Ilthin will instead do battles. So... It was the swamps I wanted Ilthin to do. It's a tier 2, but I'm pretty sure he can handle it. And we have enough cash. Oh, you... Sure, we have enough cash. Let's build a journeyman carpenter. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I should have held on to the money. It's too late. Okay, so since I built the journeyman carpenter, let's build a storehouse here. When Ilthin arrives, he'll be able to swap out his arrows for the heavy arrows instead. There has been a strong earthquake in the province of Seder Wilderness. Some people are killed, and some buildings are completely destroyed. Provide aid for the victims, 150. We'll help them out. Alright, Daros, you're back home. We will... Oh, I don't even... Do I even need... Did I need that then, Tim? Well, yes, because I can drop these arrows off here. I can now just sell this hunting bow. We're never going to use it again. We know we don't need a toga. So these are for Ilthin. There is... Oh, you know what we could buy, Daros? We could buy him a blacksmith's bracelet at this point. Let's do that. And now, Daros, we get your army back. We still can't afford the monks, because I'm misplaying this altogether, this game. Let's give you the crossbowmen. Now, I'm just curious if I was to hire... Actually, first off, I will want something in our garrison. So if I hire you... Okay. So tolerance makes it... The unit's morale does not decrease when his alignment conflicts with the masters or with other units in his party, but it doesn't matter to the other units in the party about him. I want some way to do that for the mages, where the Ratman isn't affected by their morale, and he doesn't affect others' morale. So I guess we're not taking Ratman with Daros, but I knew that already. And they did have room for 2 more units. Darn it. Okay. I don't really want to hire anything else, because I eventually will want monks in his army. But we're going to go out fighting. It's going to be, well, actually it won't be that long until you have the monks' money. Actually, you could do it next turn, Tim. You could take a tier 1 army. Actually, what am I fighting with him? There are more centaurs here. I could have killed those centaurs too. So I'm saying that because I'm going to lose my army fighting centaurs, just like the lizardmen. Actually, even better than the lizardmen. They are fast, and they will completely ignore Daros and charge right for all the fragile backliners. I guess we can kill the mercenaries with him. He might be able to handle the minotaurs. We can probably take on the siege engineers now, too. So we'll clear out everything in this province with him. Ilthin, let's purchase this province. And... Oh! They lost population here, which is why this is no longer a concern. Why this can now grow again. So let's keep you here, Ilthin, and you'll just explore. Ilthin will move here, and we'll purchase this province. And then we'll call the session, because we've been playing for like an hour and a half. I can't believe how rapidly these turns are going. It's turn 75, and we still haven't seen the AI. What the heck is happening? The hero Ilthin has entered the province of Wicker Forest. A band of local militia is advancing in his direction. 15 enemies. Oh yeah, I was correct. All right, 15. There's probably 2 Boar Sentinels in the army too. Let's negotiate. The militia leader addresses its hero. Well, you know, we don't want no war. And if you and our mayor come to terms, we make an oath to your lord. I tell ya, as fine and good as it should be. But you know, our mayor, he's a real miser. He'll want no less than 360 gold coins for this here contract. Our settlement needs the money, you know. What if I pay half as much to you personally? The leader scratches his head and smacks his lips, wheels turning. At last he utters swaggerly, well, that I can do. Deal. While exploring the province of Golden Woods, the hero Alarin has found a witch's hut. The darkest rumors of this land speak of this vile old hag. They say she kidnaps children, curses cattle, and brings other misfortunes. Since you have found her lair, the witch offers to pay you tribute in gems. I will leave the witch in peace. Your spies report that some commoner in the province of Hunter's Lot has dug up a chest full of gold in his garden. We need the money. Make him give up half the gold. Half of the discovered wealth is delivered to the treasury. Your gold reserve is increased by 178. Not bad. Thank you. I'm sorry for even taking that, but we do kind of need the money. All right, Daros. Let's do one more round, everyone, then we'll call the session. So Daros will go and fight the mercs. We will build the monastery. Our first tier 2 unit is now finally available. We still don't see the AI. Not that I expected to see it in this one single province, but we don't. There's brigands there for Ilthip to kill to complete his quest. Could we possibly win this fight? Let's go back here. We'll stick with the plan and defeat the creatures at this location. And Alarin, we're gonna have you keep exploring. We might as well let the Ratman grow a little bit more. Oh no. The ruler Stenria has been defeated and banished from the shard. Good news. The hero Alarin has returned from his trip. He did not find anything unusual, but he managed to explore 4% of the land in the province of Golden Wood. Continue exploring. Oh, God. I don't think we can beat this. The hero Dars approaches a well-fortified stronghold, home of the Mercenary Guild. It is considered neutral territory. Recruiters here are not welcome. Coming too close would be considered an aggression, and the guild's multitudes would rise to its defense. Champion, Ironclad, Sentinel, Sniper, Grand Healer, Preacher, Patriarch, Swordsmaster, Cavalryman. We can't win. We have to retreat. That's too strong. The deputy of the Tannerside province informs you that a local hunter has seen a 2-headed lizard. This is a very bad sign. Popular belief holds that a 2-headed lizard is one of the messengers of the god of death, and you should be prepared for a great misfortune. All of the people in the province are panic-stricken. Perform a cleansing ritual. Magicians have performed the cleansing ritual and cleansing the future ritual, and all the dark omens have been dispelled. Excellent. Well, that's a very, very dangerous sounding way to end this episode. 2 of the AI have met, and 1 of them has fallen. My guess is that Vianata is here, and she is already level 30 with all her heroes, and marching across the lands with max level dryads. That's my guess. Alright. And we wasted a turn with you, Daros, so let's do another turn then. We'll fight the Minotaurs. I don't know if we actually can do any of this now. We're gonna try. Let's fight the Minotaurs with you, Daros. And Ilthin, you can fight these brigands after we visit the shops. So we get this armor. We don't need either jagged arrows any longer, because you at least have the nomad arrows. Repair all our gear. And I guess we take some heavy arrows as a backup now. We also give you a belt at the very least. We should also give you a commander's medal. Let's make sure that you don't have... that your equipment is maintained for as long as possible. And we'll even give you 2 more hit points. And that's good. And Alarin, we'll keep explore here. Actually, let's move up here and explore. The hero Ilfin approaches a fairly strong, relatively new and well-protected tower. The inhabitants of the tower have noticed him and are preparing for battle. 8 enemies. Gang leader, brigand, thief, renegade, assassin. That's 5 of them. I'm guessing there's another renegade and 2 more thieves, is my guess. We can win this fight, Ilfin. It will be tricky, but I think you can win. Actually, let's scout. Ooh, 2 assassins. I still think we can do it. Let's attack. The terrain is very favorable to us as well. Let's start. Okay. Haste, so we can cover stamina. I don't care about 4 piddly damage from this guy. And I messed this up. He should have been down here instead of where he's currently located. Let's focus on their big units to start. Oh, look at that. Almost killed him right away. Oh, I should have healed him. Lotaeri, you're still okay. I'm not worried about the thief. He'll move up 1, and then my Ikarai will charge him and kill him. So let's... Oh, but he's the only one in range of you, Crossman, so you'll be finishing him off then. Well done, Tim. Well done. I'm very happy with the result of this battle. That was 1, 2, 3, 4 brigands. That's half of what he needed. +1 magic, and we're taking scouting too, so we can gain a raise false alarm. 1 range attack damage. We'll give you precise shot medal, absolutely. 1 defense. Some morale for you, little fairy. Summon nature, dispel magic. The hero Daros, oh, there's 3 of them, has approached a half-destroyed ancient tower. The inhabitants of the old city have noticed him and are preparing for battle. I think we can win, but we might lose the army here. But I still think we do it. Let's attack. Alright, yeah, I think we're losing the army here. Yeah, I think this is when it finally dies. Let's, okay. We have some choke points here. But I'm gonna hope Darius can distract them. They have Berserker, if I remember correctly, and they do, like, 20 damage, I think, or 16 damage. They have, like, 40 or 50 life each. This might have been a mistake to come here. 20 damage. Oh, this is gonna be ugly. I only want one of them to hit me around, so that's going to be this one. Let's use magic weapon. And get ready to take their charge. We're taking 10 damage. We're going to need our healer down here. See that, but it's too late now. My car's warranty expired. We'll lose you. You can probably kill this one, and we should kill this one with you, because we need that damage on this one. Heal him. I think we move down and attack him here. I can't take this hit on Darius. He needs a round or two to heal. So I think we have to sacrifice one of my swordsmen now to this guy. He'll be able to take 2 hits. I don't really want to lose him. But I don't see how we're doing this and we're keeping him alive. Alright, let's kill him. Okay. We're gonna have to do shield bashing on him. And try to drain his stamina without angering him. That means can I shoot him with him? Will he enrage? He might. So I don't think I can do that this round. Daros, you need to rest. You can take one single hit from this guy. Daros is a paladin, so he has he can heal 3 hit points a round if he just sits there. I can't have you shoot. I can't risk enraging him. That was significantly less damage. And it's over. We won. Doesn't matter how angry you are, because you're also exhausted. Heart 80 bucks, 7 gems. We did have to sacrifice a slinger, but we won the battle. Another energy control. No, we don't need a second one. A healing gem. We'll give you a... we don't need another one of those. Absolute trash. 3 hit point silk bracers, 376 bucks, and 30 gems. A fire has broken out at the sawmill in the province of Hunter's Lot. It's not yet too late to do something about it. What are your orders, sir? Organize an operation to rescue the workers. Thanks to the efforts of the rescue team, no one is killed in the fire, but the sawmill has burned to the ground. No matter, let's build a new one. And we'll do that right now. Alright, everyone, and now we stop. So, thank you guys for watching. Daros is almost leveled up again. He's very close to it. I think, though, we have to... Can I do it? I don't... Oh, maybe we can do the Siege Engineers. He's not hurt at all, actually. Oh, does First Aid let him heal in between each battle all completely? Speeds up hit point... It doesn't say it does that. I think he might be able to do the Siege Engineers. It all depends upon how many of them there are. Oh, let's instead double back. We'll pick up some monks, and that will do for us. But we'll do that in the next episode, everyone. We've been playing for quite some time today. An hour, I think almost 2 hours. Is that right? No, an hour. Yeah, actually almost 2 hours. All right, so we'll stop here. Thank you guys for watching. And actually, I will be back to read comments on the last video. So I'll see you guys then. Take care, everyone. All right, guys. I'm back. I've got a bit of soda that I shouldn't be drinking with me. Let's go ahead and read your comments. So Belduke is going to start us off. Hey, Belduke, with Hey, Lotaeri. You're rekilling playthrough for me back in, though I restarted my campaign. Trying it on beginner before I attempt the higher difficulties. I have a healthy respect for the brutality of a game like this. Oh, very nice. Hey, I am honored, sir, that I could inspire you to pick up this game again. And there is no shame in playing this game on beginner. I remember when I was first trying to play the game on skilled and how I would lose constantly over and over again against various locations, especially because I was not used to what the enemies were capable of. Competent and me turns out to be the perfect match. I'm just barely able to win, as you have seen, some of these battles on competent difficulty. And even the beginner difficulty level is somewhat well balanced on the grand scheme of things, because although it's easier for you to kill these creatures, I want to say that they reward less experience for you for killing them as well. So you're getting equipment faster, you're getting more gold and gems for the battles, but you're getting, it will take you longer to level up. So, yeah, that's fine. And no shame. Again, no shame whatsoever in playing Eador Genesis New Horizons on beginner difficulty level. No way. It's tough, even on beginner. Belduke then says, thoughts on Warrior? I tried to aim for chest armor over weapons in terms of stores. I find survivability to be so important, and I prioritize counterattack before attack. The way I see things, your singular unit is going to be attacked a lot more than it attacks back. Yeah, so it sounds like, Belduke, you probably play your warrior similar to, I think it was Grouchish, or it was Dennis Mayak, who, probably most people play their warriors this way. I've seen other people who play this game use their warrior in a similar fashion. They only take their warrior to battles, no army with them, and they give them a great deal of armor, and then during the battle, you keep them parked in a corner. This way, there's only a limited amount of melee attacks they have to be worried about, since there's not enough spaces to surround him. You have to worry about your stamina. You obviously want to reduce the damage you take to as minimal as possible. And to that end, armor, for the most part, especially early on, will be the most important stat for your warrior. And on that note, remember that we did start Daros with the Dwarven Shield, because it's an extremely powerful starting item for a warrior. With 2 defense, 2 range defense, that matches the simple chainmail that we could purchase from the very starting shop for 4 extra points of armor. And Daros also started with Armor Master, so we had 5 melee and range armor before we did even the first battle. That was incredible. Belduke says, this also goes over to my second belief about the warrior, magic as support. I typically take the Transmutation School as a warrior for the magic sword spell, as part of pre-hitting the enemy buffs. Okay, yep, I can understand that. I like Bless myself as a spell to support the warrior. I generally like the Wind and a Sphere, the Sphere of Wind and the Temple of Light spell school, tier 1 spell schools for the warrior, because I like haste, so I can regenerate stamina slowly while increasing my speed. Because as you've seen, I play my warrior with a supporting army, so I'm charging him forward. I want to get up as fast as possible to begin hitting the enemies in their back line, because I want to keep my army alive. But if I wasn't doing that, yes, I would also want to take things like Magic Weapon, because it increases your attack and counterattack by 2. And Magic Armor is, I think, your defensive stats, range. It's your melee attack, defense attack. Let's see, did I unlock it in this? I did not unlock it, and I can't even access it now. But I think it is +3 to all your defensive stats, if I recall correctly, or +4. I can't remember right now. I'm sorry, all defensive stats. It's melee and range attacks. It increases your damage against them. So that's really powerful and can make up for not starting with something like a Dwarven Shield. And I think it lasts 4 turns as well. But I like Bless as well. Bless is deceptively good because it improves all your stats by 1. So you can get 1 more armor, 1 more resistance, I believe. Actually, I think I do have it, don't I? Let's take a look really quick. Don't I have Bless? I have Bless. All attack and defensive attributes on target by 1. So it's going to give you 1 more resistance, 1 more attack, 1 more counterattack, 1 more ranged attack, 1 more defense, melee, and so on. It's everything. And so I really like Bless for a warrior as well. I find that the spell schools for the warrior and commander wants are one and the same, though their targets differ from self to other units. Yeah, yep, I agree. With my commander, usually I don't build him to slug it out in the fights. He's always wielding a banner and using his troops to do so. And I try to put blesses on targets that I know are going to see combat. Once again, for the slightly increased stats for them. I'm also, and probably you're probably doing the same thing, looking to take defensive stats for my army. Give them more defense when possible. Yep, and also it is very important with the warrior, if you're going to play him defensively, to obviously get ready for the enemy hitting you. And make sure you cast spells in a proper order. You want the longest lasting ones to go first, for example. And you don't want to cast spells too early, because you don't want rounds to tick down before the enemy's on top of you. And you probably are taking astral energy to get stamina back, is my guess, because that's by far the most dangerous thing for a warrior to run out of, because then he just dies horribly to everything surrounding him. Belduke says, as a preference, I don't go evil. I don't find that fun in games. Yeah, generally I don't either. It turns out that with Lotaeri here, I was leaning towards good, so we've kept being good. But I have played evilly on other shards, and I think it's fun to occasionally do that in a game like this, especially because I'm showing off the game on my YouTube channel, right? So other people are watching, and so I want to mix up the things that I do on occasion, and maybe try make some decisions that I haven't made before, so other people can see it. But we're now at Astral Turn 22, so I'm not going to accept any baby sacrifices at this point in the game. Belduke then says, as such, I don't play with half the content, and I have to wonder about a culture patch that would give certain allied races a chance to be good or evil karma, slave-driving dwarves or moon-worshipping drow, for example. They would have different quests correspondingly, would reduce, certainly, but would introduce build variety, and probably force me to get off the easy Halfling Alliance bus. Well, don't feel bad about taking the Halflings early. The Halflings are an amazing support alliance, right? Those bards alone, being able to give inspiration to the warrior to increase his morale when he takes damage, recover his stamina, lower enemies' stamina by playing the sheep song. They're incredible. Pack mules are great for keeping your ranged units supplied with enough ammo, and they're a heavy economy boosting race. So if I see them early on, and I can see the brigands all around me to get them as an ally, and there's nothing else that looks like I can get it easily, I'm grabbing the halflings. Even moderately difficult alliance race to ally with, like the dwarves. It's a tough decision to take the halflings or dwarves, because dwarves are so hungry. They take so much gold to run a dwarven army. Yeah, don't feel forced to get off the halflings. There's nothing wrong with the halflings. They are great. They are great. As for the evil or good karma, I mean, you could always try evil and see if you like what the choices bring. I think the way the game works, though, when you choose good options, you tend to have good things happen to you in return. It's tougher to play a good aligned Astral Master because you're not going to get money anywhere near as easily as you otherwise might. But, oh, and of course, it's costing you gems and gold to keep people happy. You have just enough money to get the weapon you wanted, and then, like, 3 provinces, suddenly you have to drop, like, $600 on all of them and hire Witcher to deal with a lichen and all sorts of other awfulness that you weren't really prepared for and didn't want to do. But at the end of the day, I think it will be more beneficial for us to have been good than bad. At least in the campaign. Or I could be wrong. and I guess it is kind of like it kind of is balanced well because you have all these uprisings happening that you have to manage, and the population mood is awful, which means you have to hire a lot more guards to keep them under control. I think, does your corruption go up more if you're evil as well? I can't remember. Belduke then finishes with, thanks for starting this again. Always nice to see niche gaming content be treated with love. Oh, thank you, sir. I do if I haven't made it clear, I do love Eador Genesis New Horizons. I think there's a great deal of potential here. I think the only issue I have with the game are the Night Elf Night Shadows. I hate those girls so much. And the AI hyperleveling bug is what I refer to it as. If they fix that, that's going to be amazing. If they haven't fixed it, well, again, we'll talk about what we'll do when we encounter that. Let's see, who is next? Dennis Mayak says, vampires seem really cool with half of their damage healing them, but when I was playing a necromancer, I found that actually they are quite weak, and any other 4-tier unit can kill them without trouble. I think the idea for them is that you use them to mop up any like tier 1 or tier 2 units that your enemy is using, and if they don't kill it, because it's undead, like it doesn't suffer stamina loss, doesn't care about morale, doesn't care about hit points, it can do decent damage and just begin eating things that recover its hit points. So it's supposed to be used like as this weird lifesteal tank, I think, or distraction. It's also very fast, which helps you get it to where you need it to go. But yeah, but compared to something like a dragon, a vampire's a lot easier to kill than a dragon. Significantly easier to kill. Same goes with ghosts. They are very strong against lower tiers, but 3 and 4 tier melee units can break through their defense and kill them easily. Yeah, that's true. Like, a Cyclops, I think, does enough damage that it won't generally care about the ghost's armor. But I think, don't ghosts lower the morale of targets that they strike? And that's a big weakness that things like a Cyclops or an Ogre have, an elephants and so on, these very powerful units with a ton of melee damage, like 40 melee damage in some instances, is that they, even though they can chew through the ghost's armor in like 2 or 3 hits, they can kill one, but if their morale's 0, they're not doing it. Let's see. That was a very good loot from a site, but also vampires can give very good artifacts in the spoils. Oh, that's interesting. I guess I just got unlucky then, because I don't think we got anything from the spoils except for some golden gems. There's a chance to get a vampire ring in the base game, if vampire was level 15 or higher, which is the best ring for a warrior. You know, I don't even remember what the vampire was that we killed here. That sounds like that's a Life Leech ring, is my guess as to what that is. I don't remember if I've ever seen that ring during my playthrough of this game. And I tended not to play the campaign very long earlier, so I don't think I killed very many vampires. This was one of the first ones this might have been the first vampire we actually took on in this entire playthrough, actually. So I respond back how happy I was to get that strongbow, because that gives me another fighting hero. Now we can clear more locations with Ilthin. Let's see. I mentioned that I also agree with the ghosts. Yep, they're great for some fights, but yeah, some tier 3 and tier 4 units will slaughter them. Frost then comes in and says, there's a mod for Master of the Broken World that gives ghosts 100 armor and ranged armor, because lore-wise they should be immune to non-magic damage. It's called Fixers of the Broken World if you're interested. Oh, nice. Hey, I don't really like, myself, Masters of the Broken World. There's nothing wrong with the game. It's a prettier version of this game. The graphics are a bit different with 3D models and like moving backgrounds and stuff of the sort. Your shards, when you're on the shard, you don't see too much of it, but like when you're in the astral, you see like comets flying by, shards are rotating around, I think. It's much prettier. And I think every shard from Masters of the Broken World has some sort of passive special effect to it. Like there'll be a desert world where like income is decreased or something like that. And there's death worlds which have more gems, but human populations grow really, really slowly there and so on. Oh, I think desert worlds actually everyone loses stamina every round in combat there, if I recall correctly, or so on. I think I own Master of the Broken World, but I think it didn't really overly change too much about the game from Eador Genesis. And I thought New Horizons did a better job balancing Eador. Eador's still good, but I remember, like, Web is an extraordinarily powerful spell. It's a tier 1 spell in Eador Genesis, and I ran into a few other... I wish there were more units, greater variety, and so I can't go back to normal Eador after playing New Horizons myself, and thus that also means that I won't play Masters of the Broken World. That's a good game. Oodaloopsy says, this game does such a good job of forcing you to think second and third order. If this, then likely this, or denying the enemy options. Yeah, so it's like chess. You have to, when I'm moving my units, I'm trying to think ahead of, if I move here, and I hit this creature, I'm going to take this much counterattack damage, and is it threatened by anything else at that time? If this ranged unit moves up, instead of firing at this unit to threaten this healer, am I able to save that unit, like in the next following round? How do I want to cast spells with my ranger? Do I want to start shooting immediately? Or do I think I have time to pull off getting a haste so I regenerate some stamina so I can keep firing for like maybe 2 more turns before I begin suffering ranged penalties because I'm out of stamina and so on? That was a tough fight against the Lycan. Smart exhausting him to wear him down. Yeah, we got lucky. I'll be perfectly honest. That was lucky that I had accidentally moved people to where they were. I didn't think I was going to need Shield Bash. Thank God the swordsman had it, or that would have been the end of that army. I would have had to revert again. As a fellow introvert, I completely understand your reluctance and your strong desire to manage and control your social engagements. I've heard that the internet allows us introverts all the social interaction that we so desire, and I think I agree with that. Introverts unite by ourselves in our own homes. Exactly. Well done as always, and as long as you keep posting, I will keep watching. Oh, thank you, Oodaloopsy. Have a good weekend. You too, sir. You too. On that note, I'm going to mention it, I guess at the... I think I've already recorded the next part. So I'm going to begin uploading this game series once every other day again, just like my other game series. It's been a lot of fun, and the game's super addicting, and I would love to record it every day, and I could, but it's cutting into the recording time I have for the other games I'm also still trying to finish. And so I really got to stop uploading as much of this as I am. So it's going to go to every other day. And the good news is that will allow more comments to show up on my videos, and I can read them to you guys. I think I have only two other comments here at the moment. So Alexander, hey Alexander, says, hey Tim, hey Alexander. Lycan and Spire's fight were awesome. Yeah, oh my god. I can't believe that Ilthin beat those spiders. I can't believe it. And I didn't lose a unit? What the heck? What the heck? That was amazing. And in this video, right? Holy crap. Actually, no, I didn't record the next part, so I still have to record that. All right, I'm sorry, I got confused. Let's go back. Yeah, so the Minotaur battle here, for example. My god. Holy crap, I got lucky. But just barely beaten that. And the battle against the lizardmen. I'm surprised I didn't lose the entire army that I had hired to do that battle. I can't believe it. Man. I think I'm getting better. All the rust and dust is getting knocked off of me as I'm playing the game some more. I just can't remember what certain encounters are like or certain creatures do. I would have lost like half of an army if I was in your place. Oh, nonsense. Nonsense. I believe in you, Alexander. I believe in I believe in the tactical capability of everyone who's watched me play this game. If nothing else, I hope that you can see to think ahead and plan appropriately when you're taking certain units to certain battles. It's also, by the way, I also don't make the best decisions in the world, and I tend to be overly cautious, which is why you saw me delay for so long in taking some of these provinces, and why I purchased a good many of them, because I just didn't think I would be able to win those battles without losing most of my army and support for Daros, and that meant that he wouldn't be able to do other battles later on. Alexander says, Paladin with a good weapon can solo a vampire. Yeah, I should have left the army at home. But oh well, luck in this game feels like playing a Russian roulette with 3 bullets sometimes. Yeah, I know that feeling. You either get everything you want right from the get-go, or struggle to capture Tier 1 provinces, because the game decided it would be a lot of fun to place orc settlements with cleavers in them around your starting castle. I'm experiencing this exact thing as I'm writing this. Yes. Oh man. So, I'm playing another campaign. I'm not recording it, obviously, or maybe not so obviously. But Trimus here got stuck in his Ring 1 provinces forever, because I had Holy Lance here, and I couldn't kill them, and I had dwarves here, and I couldn't kill them either. And I had lizardmen, and I had I think this was a Medusa swamp, and it was just awful. My starting hero was my ranger, and I couldn't win any of those fights until I was level 10, and then I was finally able to take them down, but I spent so much time trapped in here. What doesn't help is that early on in the campaign, which is what Trimus here is, he's on Astral Turn 3, I think, you don't really have a good amount of buildings or anything of the sort to help you guarantee that you can get Tier 2 spells, or Tier 2 equipment, or Tier 2 units to possibly help you punch through those provinces. And you don't have a whole lot of gear in the Astral that you can use to help you get started with the tougher encounters either. So yeah, I know that pain of it just being really unlucky and you're trapped in your Tier 1 provinces. You might be even trapped in your castle if you're really, really unlucky. I've also noticed that your starting hero gets better equipment if it's the same class you've chosen in the tutorial shard. I do know that the game will give your tutorial hero in that shard better gear. Yes. I don't know if that's the case going forward on all other shards, but I think there is some logic in the game to try to, for example, give you other pieces of any sets that you possess. So it's smart enough to check a few things to see, who is this? This is a warrior. Does he have any sets? Yes. What set does he have? Give him that piece. Give him this piece of the set. So I know it wouldn't surprise me if there is logic to look at the hero that won a battle and give him better stuff. But again, I've only seen that in the tutorial shard. And then Alexander says, I've beaten the tutorial with warrior, and now all my warriors get battle axe or ancient swords as their starting weapon. Oh, okay. So Alexander, it sounds like you have seen this continue onward. So I haven't really seen this for my characters. Maybe that's because, though, I think I chose a wizard, didn't I, for my starting class? Maybe I should be choosing wizard more often and seeing if this is actually the case. Alexander then says, or I'm getting really lucky, which is probably not the case. Well, if you are getting really lucky, Alexander, don't curse the RNG gods about that. And you're not, but don't. Man, I wish I was lucky enough to get the stuff I needed at the time. Good luck. Thank you, Alexander. Good luck to you in your campaign as well. I mentioned that. Dennis says, wait, what? Warriors getting better weapons instantly when you hire them? Or you just have better luck finding better weapons with warriors? So, I think what he means, Dennis, is he's getting better luck finding equipment with the warriors. On that note, on Trimus, the guy I just showed you, in his campaign, I hired a warrior as a hero, and he started with the hammer as a weapon, which is really flippin' weird. That'd be like hiring your scout to start, and he starts with like a longbow. I'm sorry, is that right? I think so. Instead of just the standard common bow or short bow to start. Like, what the heck? It sounds like maybe there's an option that you might get lucky and get a tier 2 weapon right from the get-go. Granted, it's a weapon you can purchase, so it's not like an amazing weapon, but it's a hammer for a level 1 warrior is incredible. It's better than most of the weapons you'll never purchase a weapon from your shop. Not until tier 3 is unlocked, so amazing. And finally, we have Dennis Mayak. Hey, Dennis. Continuing talk about MMOs. My first was War Spear Online. Oh, I don't even know what that one is. My roommate in college, whom I've played many games with, had hid his laptop on Is that right? Hold on. Had hid laptop on repairs for a week. Started playing it on mobile, and I've supported him from PC. It still seems to be active. Oh, that's amazing. But I've played it around 10 years ago. I think many of the MMOs I've played in the past are still around. I know Auto Assault shut down. Actually, most of them are shut down now. Auto Assault shut down. Warhammer Age of Reckoning shut down. I think there's a mod out there that people have been working on getting it up and running again. I played it like maybe 4 years ago, and it is a lot of work. But it's out there. The Old Republic is still going, but there's only one server. WildStar shut down. Saga of Rhizom, I think, is... Wait, is that the right thing? Yeah, that's right. I think that still has a server out there running. Dark Age of Camelot has, I think, 3 servers. I'm guessing EverQuest is still out there. I never played that one. Champions Online is still around. City of Villains shut down. Oh, I just remembered another game I did play. Tabula Rasa was another MMO I played. That one got shut down too. Christopher Roberts made that one. Absolutely amazing base defenses in that one against AI that would send in troops to take player-held areas. I still remember the warping in sound when the spacecraft would hover above the ground and warp in enemies for you to kill. That was fantastic. Then it says, at the time, max level was something like 20, and in a few months I've reached it. But my equipment was garbage, because to get good equipment, you would need to fight bosses' raids, which were balanced roughly for 3 parties of 5 people to kill. And only a single highest DPS party would get loot. Yeah, I prefer games where you don't have to be in raids to go and get loot from, like, monsters. It's one of the reasons why I liked Warhammer Age of Reckoning, because I never felt like I needed to go to the dungeons to get loot. You could always get it by participating in the player versus player conflicts. The same thing with City of Villains. I never felt like I was missing anything when going, because I didn't do any of the instances. At the very least, no raids were required. With Champions Online, I did do quite a bit of grouping up, because it was very fast, and we go in there and kill bosses as quick as possible. So to get good equipment, you would need a strong party, and a strong party won't accept you if you're weak because of your garbage equipment. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. I know that feeling. That's the can't get experience without the job, can't get the job without the experience. It's a catch-22. There were a few other ways to get gear, like being stomped into dirt in PvP Arena, or grinding special currency. But I calculated that it would take months of grinding just to get something slightly above average, so I quit. Yeah, yep. I'm familiar with games that do that sort of thing, and they would lose interest to me as well. I don't care to grind on games a whole lot anymore. I do play one or two mindless games, is what I call it. Like, I occasionally would fire up Grim Dawn and run around, but that's an action RPG, that's not an MMO. And so I'm just going around killing creatures while listening to something else in the background. But for MMOs, God, I hated grinding in every one of them that I played. World of Warcraft felt grindy. Actually, most of the games I played felt grindy at some point. Oh, it's just awful. Star Wars: Old Republic was one of the few MMOs I played where I never felt like I was grinding because of how well the voice acting and the story was put together for that game. And Auto Assault. Auto Assault never felt grindy to me either, because it was so much fun to explore in that game. Cruising as fast as you could on your vehicle down through a swamp or on the road and then fighting off bandits in their own cars. That was great. I missed that game. Also had huge desynchronization issues with it, where my commands would reach server with a lot of delay, and I could be killed by something which was appearing to be far from me on the client. Oh man, this lets me tell a little story. So, the first time I ever seen an MMO was when one of my college friends, Jim, had been playing EverQuest. And I've never played any game like an MMO before. I never played any MUDs when I was growing up. I still haven't played a single MUD. And I never played any other games where it kept a character saved for you online, with the exception of Diablo 2. That was my only experience with any of this. And he would play EverQuest. And I used to call it Monks Chasing Snakes, is what I used to call the game. Because he would play a monk, and he would be out in a swamp or forest killing things out there. But because every creature in EverQuest, this would be back in like 1998, 1999, every creature, when it was low on life, would try to run from you, or at least this is how I remember it. And there was no such thing like fiber optic back then, so we were using the college's T1 connection, which was phenomenal, all things considered, compared to using the modems, dial-up modems that we had back then. But there were still issues synchronizing where he was with where the monster was. And of course, the server knows exactly where the creature is, but maybe not where you are. Your information is not reaching the server as fast as you would like. And so he'd be right up on the snake, but he'd be the game wouldn't register as him being in melee, so he'd have to chase it. And the snake would crawl up trees and go down to the other side of them, like, almost immediately, so he would have to run around trees to kill them. It was hilarious. Just trying to kill snakes and all sorts of other creatures out in the swamps. And I remember these lizardmen shaman that they would blind your character, and what it would do is your character wouldn't just miss, it would turn off your monitor. Or rather, it would make your screen would go black, and so you couldn't see anything. Not only would it blind you, you couldn't tell how much life you had, or anything of the sort. Your entire display was removed. And when it came back on, you would have just enough time to see the lizard man cast it again. Like, you would see him just finishing the casting of the spell, and it would go dark again. And I remember how frustrating it was for him to try to fight when one of those things were around. It was a lot of frustration. What was I think another game that was around back then was called The Realm, and it was a Sierra game, and it was a side-scrolling game. I do remember it looking like the King's Quest games of old, but I never played it, so I couldn't tell you anything about it. So, I'm sorry, Dennis. I feel you there. Desync issues with any game is awful. And look at how used we are now to having great internet connections. I have a Fios connection here with 100 up, 100 down, which is great. I can upload like a 13 gigabyte file to YouTube in about 10 minutes. That's amazing. I couldn't even think about doing that like 20 years ago. Forget it. You'd never be able to do anything like this. And so I'm hoping that, so the experience back then, oh, that's awful. But thankfully, we tend not to have these issues these days. Assuming, of course, that you have the money to afford a good connection. Then it says, second one was a browser-based Might and Magic Heroes Online. It seems to have been shut down in 2020. Oh, that's a shame. That was years later when I was already been working as a web developer, and I wondered how they could translate something as complex as HOMM game into MMO format on such an unstable platform. Huh. You know, I've never done any web development. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about the work I do. I probably shouldn't, but I am a computer programmer myself, and I've had to do networking code on occasion. I'll leave it at that. But I'd never have done any web development. It was pretty decent, actually. MMO part was only on the map where you would move your hero in real time, and battles were turn-based, similar to traditional HOMM, with larger arenas for bosses. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. You know, there was a MMORTS called Shattered Galaxies that I had been interested in, but I never played it. I wonder if that's still around. But Imagine something... Oh... I was just about to... No, not Earth Siege. There was this massive FPS game with vehicles and taking different zones of control and so on. I can't... It's not Earthbound. I want to say Earth something, but I'm positive that's wrong. Your character gets, like, drop podded in. And Shattered Galaxies was a bit like that, if I remember correctly. There was a bunch of people on your team, and you would take your units to be able to play with other people, all in one little area in a real-time strategy type of format. I'm sorry, I'm being distracted, Dennis. I should finish up your comment. You can fight battles alone or with one ally, but enemy army would just be roughly doubled in size if there were 2 players in combat. Oh, that's kind of boring. There were only 2 factions, though, and after I finished their storylines, there wasn't much else to do, which wouldn't involve entering guild or any other social interaction, so I stopped playing. You know, this reminds me, there's another game that I played called... I think it's just called Saga. I think I own that game. 1 second. Steam, where are you? If I look for Saga... I think it's... Oh, Play Saga. Is that right? Play Saga, I think is what it's called. Play Saga? Oh, I can't find it. I'm positive it was called Play Saga. I thought it was... It's just Saga. That's it. S-A-G-A. This was an ancient game that I played. Wow. Was it only released in 2008? It felt like it was 2003 when this game came out. But it was a traditional RTS, but you could play it with other players, and you could both bring your own armies to the battles against either enemies or the AI fights. There was some story involved in it. There were tons and tons of battles added. It wasn't very well balanced. It didn't look the best in the world. It did probably back for 2000. I thought it was just in 2004 or something like that. It looked okay for when it was released, but it was very, very, very grindy. All your units get experience points. You had to do a ton of battles to get those experience points. And the only way you unlocked units that you could use in combat was to buy packs of cards. Like there'd be and then there'd be like a code with the pack, and then you could go and type that code in to the website, and this would unlock cards for you electronically, and then you would get a single unit as part of a squad, depending upon what you revealed. And so you had to spend a lot of money to get a full squad of something. And trading was awful in that game. No one was ever making anything that was a realistic trade. It was just terrible. I think there's still a server for it. I still have an account for it. The music was great. And I think the Curse of the Dragon Slayer was a movie made by the developers of that game. I remember the music at one part for the movie was what was in the game, and the movie isn't actually that bad. It's not a fantastic movie, but they did pretty good with the budget they had, I thought. I was greatly impressed. The elf girl was amazing. Fantastic job on her eyes. There were, I think, 4 factions? Elves, dwarves. Oh, 6. 6 factions. I don't remember what orcs, dark elves, dwarves, normal elves. Oh, I know there were 2 more, but I can't remember what they were for the life of me. Celestial beings, there's one. And I can't think of the other. I know undead were added at some point later in an expansion they released. Anyway, the game, as far as I know, is on its last legs. They still have 1 server running. And of course, people still play it. People occasionally give them money to buy cards to keep the servers running. And, you know, if you don't mind the horrific grind, or sometimes occasionally unbalanced battles, I guess it's still fun. I haven't played it in probably a decade. It's been forever. MMORPGs generally have a huge hero leveling progression, which I like, and I don't really mind grinding if I get some rewards. But social aspect is so difficult for me. Yeah, I know this exact feeling. I don't like other people depending on me to get something done, because if I let them down, that's just awful. That's the amount of pressure I feel to do as good as I can, and to also be good at that. It doesn't matter how much effort I put into it, I gotta be good at what I'm doing as well. This is also why I kind of like multiplayer FPSs more than multiplayer RPGs, like MMOs. Because in FPS, I'm amazing, first off, and I really am still good by any stretch of... I am humble, but I'm really good at FPSs, or at least I used to be. I would be the top scorer on my team almost all the time, back when Unreal was around, and Team Fortress 2 and so on. But it's been many years, though, since I also played a FPS versus anybody. I'm probably nowhere near as good as I used to be. And actually, probably everyone else is probably also great, right? Because everyone else has grown up with FPSs, not just me any longer. I'm babbling a whole lot. But yeah, I agree. I don't want to talk to people. You know, there is a game, actually, that I am playing. I played a lot, and I always join groups for it. It's called... Deep Rock Galactic is the game. It's an FPS where you're playing a dwarf, and it's a futuristic game. You get drop podded into Hoxus, this one planet, where they're looking to mine various ores or gather resources from it. And you're attacked by these insects while you're down there, and you have to work together as a team to defeat the bugs and gather all the resources. And I think only twice have I ever encountered a bad group. Every other time, it's been amazing. Everyone knows what they do, everyone does really well, and everyone works together to get the job done. And there's like 4 classes in the game, and everyone usually tries to pick a different class when you join in to help other people play. But otherwise, I tend not to join groups a whole lot anymore. There was a time when I was playing all sorts of co-op games. Like Left 4 Dead, Vermintide, and other such games. I had no problem jumping in and joining games to play with other people. But I would never talk. I never talk as slow as possible when I was doing that. I'm introverted in a way that I feel I'm okay talking with someone I know, like my colleagues. But I hate talking to strangers, especially if not business related. I hate that. I hate making small talk. I hate it. I hate it. And just today, where I work, announced that we're not going to bring people back to work as often as we used to, but we're going to start having meetings where we all have like our webcams on, and we could all have lunch together and chit-chat, and then another once per week, we want to have people talk about things that they're doing that other people might find fun. And I'm like, no, please don't force extrovertism onto me, no. But they're gonna, so I'm just gonna have to get used to it. But then again, I used to go to work every day, so I'd rather do that twice a week than every day, so. And also, I'm incapable of talking without a specific topic. You see me leaving big comments here because I'm kind of replying to ongoing conversation. But if someone just adds me into Messenger, I practically never write anything to them first, just because there's nothing for me to say. I'm the same way. So, when it comes to conversations, I can sometimes find something to, like, start a conversation, but man, keeping it going is just so tough, and I hate small talk so much. I hate it so much. It gets better for the longer that I've known someone, as I'm able to find out what they like, and we can have actual conversations about like video games we play, or in the case of some of my colleagues, like I don't know anything about sports. Other than maybe how some of the game's score systems work. But I'll know enough that I can talk about it and be empathetic with what they're talking about. But I can't really contribute to the conversation in a way that I could keep it going if they run out of things to talk about and so on. But yeah, I'm the same way. Like I have so many friends on Steam that have added me over the years from playing like Left 4 Dead or Vermintide or so on, and I don't even know who half these people are, and I almost never reach out to anyone ever. And it's also one of the reasons why I'm hidden all the time, because I feel so guilty because I never talk to anybody. So I hate it. And then occasionally someone reached out to me, I feel so guilty because I don't know what to say. And they're like, oh no! Like, Raphael Perry just sent me a text showing how his awesome artwork on the new dwarf class he's working on for Darkest Dungeon. Man, that looks incredible, and I'll tell him how incredible it looks. But I don't have anything else to talk to him about. Raphael, if you ever stop by this playlist, man, you're doing amazing work for the classes you've done for our Darkest Dungeon, and it looks incredible. Please don't hate me because I never respond back to you on Darkest Dungeon on the text on Steam. Oh man, it's so awkward. All right, and did I get any other comments? Looks like I have a 1 in my bell. Let's see. What was this? Oh, Dennis, this was you asking about the warrior with better weapons. Okay, so that's it for this. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one, hopefully. Take care, guys. Oh, wait, no, that's not it. I missed Grouch's comment from the last episode 179. So Grouch, just let me read that here. Grouch says, I don't understand the hate for blacksmithing. Massive discounts on repairing, especially later in the game, when you are wearing high-tier gear. The income is nice in the beginning, and the Stunning Blow makes it possible to solo dragons. Weapon with Stunning Blow, cast reflexes spell to prevent counterattack. You can win by getting rid of all the stamina. Yes! So, I think, Grouchus, I think you were talking about that when Daros leveled, I was forced, if I wanted to be a paladin, I had to take blacksmithing with him then. So, I myself like blacksmithing. I'm a huge fan of Stunning Blow, as you can see with the hammer. And when we get the tier 3 blacksmithing, I'm going to take it the moment I see it available, because I do want 3 Stunning Blow. I completely agree. And as you've seen, removing the stamina on creatures, as we did for the Minotaurs, as we did for the Lycan, is extremely powerful. So is morale. Vadam Felborn has done some amazing battles when I was watching him play with wolves, just using their intimidation to take out groups of ogres. I'm like, holy crap, I can't believe what's possible with just wolves, because they have effectively cast reflexes. They can't be struck, they can't be counterattacked, depending upon how they leveled. And, right, eliminating enemies via draining their stamina or morale is amazing. But we weren't getting to, so the reason why I didn't want to see blacksmithing is because I had no points invested in it at the time, and I didn't have a tier 2 hammer, if I recall correctly, at the time either. So it would have been just rank 1 blacksmithing, and since we're getting so much income, I wasn't really worried about the repair costs for blacksmithing either. It's reducing the durability loss that you're taking. I wanted more damage with Daros, or I wanted even more defense or willpower to help him do more battles. And blacksmithing, tier 1 of it, I'm like, oh, come on, it's the only skill I didn't take with him so far with the as a warrior, and it's just rank 1, and I don't need the money as well because a trader on Daros giving him so much cash. So that's it. That's the only reason why I reacted the way I did to blacksmithing. I generally agree that all the upgrades for the warrior are good. On that note, most of the upgrades for all the classes are good. The only one I occasionally still don't take is looting on a scout if you didn't start with it. But again, even looting is very useful. It all depends upon how you intend to build your hero and how you're going to level him later on as well. Grutches says, therefore, I would also wear 2 blacksmith's bracelets. The warrior skill I like the least is athletics. Yeah, the lower levels of Constitution, I think this is athletics in the game, are pretty weak. You only get a little bit of stamina and a few hit points. But as you can see, they really improved it for the later ranks of it. And I thought the regen +1 is both stamina and hit points. I can't remember if it is that. So we'll find out when we eventually get Constitution to rank 3. At level 30, you have all skills at level 5. Yep, correct. Yep, because we're a paladin. Except a single one at 1 or 2 at level 3. Oh, okay, I thought all of them would be leveled to level 5. Level 30 is 6 skills, level 5. I used to choose to have athletics at level 1. How many skills are there for us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can we not, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll level both of these. Is there a skill for the warrior can't remember that he gets? What does he... What do warriors have? Why can't I think... Is there a skill I haven't taken with them? Oh, actually, yeah, I can see that the math won't support every single skill to max level. Okay. I thought it could for some reason, but I guess it can't. I usually choose to have athletics at 1 and go sit in a corner and let first strike and plus regen do the work. You can solo really a lot of stuff. Yeah, so this is what Ben had been saying on my current... Belduke was saying as the first comment I read here. Having a warrior huddle in a corner with, like, a bardiche or even a spear to counterattack with a decent amount of damage, or the elven warblades, which have, I think, first strike and a great damage, is fantastic. But it also depends upon what you're fighting, right? Because if you're huddling in the corner and you're fighting enemies who have a bunch of ranged magic attacks, like necromancers or sorcerers, you're gonna have to charge them instead. Or whether the... Actually, you're going to have to charge them instead, is really what it comes down to. But yeah, generally, yep, huddling in the corner with the warrior is a perfectly valid strategy. I tend not to do it here, because I am trying to make it a little more entertaining for you guys to watch. And I think it's more entertaining if I charge forward with an army. But it's a perfectly valid strategy. And it's really efficient as well. Alright, I think I babbled enough. So now I will record the next episode. Thank you guys for watching this. And I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.